In this segment, we're going over microphone technique. Before you start recording anything, you need to know a few basics about microphone placement and acoustic fundamentals. Before recording anything, you need to make sure your sound source sounds good. A good musician is golden in any recording. A good way to remember this is garbage in, garbage out. Think about the sound you're going to use and find the microphone that has the best frequency response for that. Also, I mentioned later in this film about 3-to-1 ratio. That's having a microphone that's 1 part away from the instrument and 3 parts away from the next microphone over. The next thing you should know is about proximity. The proximity effect is loudness based on closeness. To reduce feedback and pickup of unwanted sounds, place the microphone as close as practical to the sound source and as far away as practical from other unwanted sounds. Also, use a minimum number of microphones if possible. Welcome back to the next show of How to Record a Song. Welcome to the Foy building. We're back here in the live room again with Andrew. He'll be our guitarist for the evening. And we have a mic set up here. We don't have to do weird voices the whole time. We have 2 of the same mics. They're SM81s and they sound really good on guitar, at least my opinion. On the first mic we have it set up about 6 inches away from the guitar. We also have a roll-off switch at a 12 dB. 12 dB roll-off for the low end. On the other mic, which is the exact same mic, so it has the same frequency response, we kept that flat, and it's about 4 feet away from the guitarist. This technique, with the close mic, you have good full sound with a lot of bass in it, and the faraway mic gets a lot of ambience in the room sound and just an all-around sound for the guitar. So for our second mic's technique for the guitar, we've got 2 mics set up here. One is pointed at the bridge here, and the second one's going to the strings. They're both about 5 inches away, and a good rule of thumb to keep is however many inches you have from the instrument, you should have that times 3 between the 2 mics. So here you have about 5 inches, and here about 15 inches. So let's try this technique. This technique utilizes close, clean sound of the guitar, real woody, real natural, real clean of the strings, and also gets the high end of your fingers when they move across the strings as well. And when you put it together, it just makes a really good sound. So we're going to record some vocals. So we're going to do it in the isolation booth here this time, and we're going to use the C414 mic. It's a large diaphragm condenser mic, and it has a lot of settings. So on the front we're using cardioid, and on the back there's a setting for roll-off, and we're using an 80 Hz roll-off. So let's record some vocals. We also have the mic at an angle that's off axis to his vocals, and it's a little higher than his mouth, so we get a nice full sound of what we're trying to get here.
I feel tired and weak, but so far from home. I'm a puppet no more, but I'm scared without strings.
This time we're going to do a duet piece, and we change the polar pattern to omnidirectional, which gets a good room environment, or if you have multiple people around the mic. We kept the roll-off at 80 Hz for vocals. So here we go.
Do you remember when we used to sing sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-ti-da? Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-ti-da, la-ti-da.
For our next mic, we're using a Royer ribbon mic. These mics have good sensitivity for vocals, and they just have a better sound, I think, in my personal opinion. We're doing it off-axis again, so it doesn't have that pop sound, since we don't have a pop filter on the mount right now. And we have it hanging just in front of the front of his face again, just like we did with the 414. So let's give this one a try.
Go on, sing out loud. Go on, be strong. Let your heart shine bright.
We're going to use today a basic mic, close miking technique on the drums with a XY overheads. But just to be sure, let's go over each one of these one by one. Let's start with the snare. The way we have this mic'd is we have an SM57 that has a high SPL rating. It's a dynamic mic, pointed kind of in the middle between the middle of the drum and the rim of the drum. Another way is to mic it close on the rim or to have it pointing directly at the middle. Additionally, some people may want to mic the bottom to get that snap sound from the snares. The toms depend on the tone that you want to get. Some go on the top with a close on the rim or in the center, just as like the snare, or sometimes on the bottom. They're very similar throughout the rest of the drums. Same thing on this tom, on the 14-inch, and also on the floor tom. Some engineers like to mic the hi-hat as well. We don't really have a hi-hat mic, but if you do mic it, make sure you have a little off axis and not coming out where the poof of air is coming out. Otherwise, you're going to get a lot of wind in your microphone. So kind of mic it off axis, and that'll give you a good sound. The good thing to understand about drums is you have the resonance head, and on the other side you have the batter head. On the batter head side, if you stick the mic all the way in, you get more punch. If you keep it out here, where the blue line of this kick drum mic is right in line with the rim of the sound port, you get a good balance of both. If you move it farther out, you get more resonance. For the overheads, we have them behind the drummer, and we have them set up in an XY position. This gets a good full sound of all the drums, and also cancels out the latency because they're so close together. If you did a spaced pair, remember your 3-to-1 ratio, and I'd put them on the other side of the drums as well. Now let's hook everything up and see what it sounds like.
My name is Stephen Barrett, and I am not getting compensated for the 4 hours I spent in the studio today.